What is going on, everybody? It is Lineman Life Live. Appreciate you guys for coming in and checking us out. It is Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Got my man Justin Blaylock, Skywalker 63 in the building. And man, what a weekend of sports we had. I know you had a hell of a weekend being a Texas alumni. You know what I mean? UT, OU. How did that go? I mean, we saw how it went.
Oh man.
How did that go?
I mean, I was in the stands, so it was crazy.
That last play, like, what the fuck?
I mean, we go from the first 2 minutes, like, we on their ass. Like,
yeah.
14-0 within seconds, it felt like. So I'm like, oh man. I mean, you never want to say it's in the bag, but that motherfucker was in the bag. And then
it looked like it was, dude. I was keeping up with the updates on it. And I was, getting ready to say, man, this is just like OU's old garbage ass. OU always being overhyped. And then they come out, they play against it's a rivalry game. So it doesn't matter what your records are, it doesn't matter what your rankings are. This game is gonna go the distance, like all the way to the end.
Yeah,
and that shit literally went to the very last play of the game.
And then I'd say we forgot how to tackle, but we hadn't been tackling all day. So,
I mean, but you know what's crazy? One thing that's so crazy to me is I'm watching that play and I'm just thinking to myself, but there was like 3 or 4 people who had a shot to just tackle him. Like, cats would be cut for that in the NFL. Like they would cut all 3, unless it was like a big money guy. Everybody else, you fuck around and get cut.
Right.
For missing those tackles. Because I mean, it took he ran a long way to make that touchdown, dude. Like
it's not like it was a short. I was like, okay, at first I was like, all right, maybe we'll get this stop early, get the ball back, make something shake. Then I was like, oh, that's not gonna really happen. They're gonna just drive the ball down the field, kick this field goal at the last second. And this motherfucker just, I guess I'm just gonna.
I mean, they just ran a blast boss. They just ran blast boss to the left. They pulled somebody. I mean, they didn't even pull nobody. They just ran outside zone.
I'm like, oh my goodness, this is day one shit. And
I mean, missed tackles.
You were just speed bumps.
Yeah, he hit that. He held that R trigger down and just speed burst all the way through the damn sideline. I'm like, golly.
Yeah,
that's how y'all gonna give it up, Texas. Y'all literally had these cats at least overtime.
I could have lived with, a 55-yard field goal, some miraculous shit.
Yeah, which I mean, in college, a 55-yard field goal might as well be a 65-yard field goal. They ain't hitting that shit.
Yeah, but we just, I guess we don't feel like that on this guy.
And where was the game played at? Don't y'all play it like a neutral spot for that?
Yeah,
game?
So we play at the Cotton Bowl every year in Dallas.
Cotton Bowl, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was built a little bit after the Civil War. It felt like it. I was in them seats.
I mean, that Cotton Bowl is old though. That's like where we play, like that's where like college, that's where like high school playoff games are played at. In the Dallas area.
I felt bad for my parents. I was like, all these years, y'all came and watched me in this shit.
For real, it's totally different when you're watching football as opposed to being a player. Like the first time I ever went to a football game, this is my first time ever going to watch a football game. I was at Purdue, and and this was the year that I was suspended. So, I wasn't playing, but I went to go watch a game. I got suspended by the university. So, and that's a whole, that's going to be like a 3-part saga of videos that I'm going to do. That time I got suspended. Anyways,
what if
I went to go watch us play against Northwestern, and I'm literally like sitting there with my homeboy, and I'm not even allowed to like be on campus, but I got tickets from our ticket guy. He was just like, just fuck it, Uche, just come on, because they didn't suspend me, the school did on some bullshit. Anyway, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, by halftime, I looked at my homeboy, I'm like, bruh, you ready to ride? He's like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yeah, this is boring as hell. Like, I don't feel like sitting here no more. How do y'all watch this? How y'all sit here and just watch football? Like, no commentary, no commentators. Like,
it was not it.
It's not the same, right? It's just not the same. You feel like
you're like, you know,
Yeah, like you're like cooped up with
this.
people, like all these old people around me, and I'm just like, come on, man. And it was definitely different. It was different, dude. Like I couldn't be just like a football like fan in the stands. I couldn't do that. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Tough.
And then you had, of course, Alabama and their situation. Man, I couldn't believe. And not because I think that Alabama's that great, because I'm not an Alabama fan whatsoever, and I don't care how good people think they are. They're not nearly as good as these teams allow themselves to just shrivel up in front of them as. Like they're not that team. Like they're not like 2002 Miami, where you just literally got like 14 future NFL Hall of Famers, first ballots, running around on the field, taking heads off. That was a team to be feared.
Yeah, I think half the battle with these guys is, before Saturday even comes around.
Yeah.
By that
teams
time,
are beat before they even play these guys.
Just see the helmet, like, oh my God, I can't.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're good. They're the class of the SEC to an extent, yes. But a lot of the reasons why they beat teams is because teams just literally seize up against them. They don't run like, even Texas A&M seized up. I was literally like, oh, Texas A&M is going to lose by 14 because they're idiots. Because they're not even trying to score anymore. They're just trying to like not lose the game.
Right.
They're just hanging on for dear life.
Please don't blow us out.
Oh, please. Look, here's a stat for you. And I think I heard this stat with about like maybe 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 6 or 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. In the second half, in the first half, Texas A&M had like 270 yards of offense. In the second half, up until Alabama took the lead, which was with like maybe, I think, 8 or 9 minutes left in the game. So I can't remember exactly the timeline. Don't hold me to it. But Texas A&M had 25 yards of offense. 25 yards of offense.
Damn.
That means yo dumbass was not calling the same game you called in the first half.
Right.
Even if you were not recognizing that they had made adjustments and you should adjust to them. Or you did not recognize that in a situational football environment that football is, you should know, okay, they've shut down a little bit of what we were doing in the first half. Let's kind of reset this. And we're going to start just running the ball at these motherfuckers. And then we're going to try and like, see if we can hit them with some things to try and keep them off balance.
Exactly.
They literally just kept doing. They went 3 and out. I was just waiting because Texas A&M's defense was bound to snap in half at one point. I was like, these guys have literally been on the field the entire second half.
Yeah,
they're falling over each other.
You can only take so many 3 and outs.
Oh my God. I start feeling bad for the D. I remember in Jacksonville, dude, we played against who was it we played against this one game? We got booed. Our offense got booed one game. Oh, it was so bad. I think we were playing against we were playing against, I can't remember if it was Cleveland or something. But dude, I swear to God, dude, we went 3 and out like 7 times in 6-7 times in a row. And I was just like, dang, I can only do my job. I'm jogging to the sideline. I'm like, I see fans standing up. Boom, motherfuckers, what are y'all doing? Who's calling the plays? And I'm like, you see me give up a sack? No, that's right.
You gotta take that shit upstairs.
You know what I mean? You see my guys making a tackle? No, that's right. I'm doing my job. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think we have. I feel like we have one of those against y'all, maybe.
It couldn't have been against us. It must have been preseason or some shit.
I feel like
y'all beat the shit out of us on a Sunday night game.
It was definitely in Florida in the daytime. So, I mean, it could have easily been.
I think that was that preseason game.
But maybe it was Tampa. But we ended the game with like 28 or 31 snaps. I mean, motherfuckers was fresh the next day.
Dude, that's how it was. We played the Colts one year. One year we played the Colts, my guy.
No bruises.
And at the end of the first half, they was like, nigga, we got 13 plays in the first half. It's like, we got 13 plays, man. I'm like, well, that's why our ass is down 17. Shit. But we ended up winning that game, actually. We ended up beating the Colts on a last-minute field goal. That was Josh Scobie hitting like a 50 what did he hit? It was Scobie. He hit a 59-yarder to win the game.
Damn.
It was crazy. It was like second to the NFL record at the time.
Right. That was just going up every week.
Yeah, I was just watching that Alabama game. I was just like looking at their plays. Alabama's not doing anything extraordinary. Alabama's doesn't have it didn't look like they had like anything special as far as like talent. They didn't look like they were that much more talented than Texas A&M, but they just had much, and this is like, I'm not saying that they had like great play calling, but they had much better play calling than Texas A&M did, both on offense and on defense. Texas A&M, I mean, come on, let's be honest. If there's one thing that Alabama's going to have, is they're going to have speed. They're going to have receivers. They're going to have guys who can get down the field. Texas A&M is zero blitzing them, like on first down, on third down. Like, I'm just like, why? What are y'all doing? Why are you doing this? You're setting yourself up. They ran a zero blitz and quarterback. I mean, and look, to Alabama's credit, they picked it up well. They picked it up. The running back came over, crossed the formation, picked up the extra blitzer, and then he just lobbed up a touchdown pass like ain't nothing. Because the guy who was one-on-one with the Bama receiver, I mean, he literally got smoked. He's been on the field for 70 plays already.
They got nothing.
He just got smoked.
They got nothing but first-round draft picks at receiver.
Oh, first-round draft picks at receiver. So I mean, why are you pressing your guys up? Why are y'all pressing on this guy? It's not smart.
Let's not give him any help.
Zero blitz. It's got to work.
That's the only thing.
It'll work.
The only thing that's on the level with hot protection is zero blitz for a DB.
You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Like, that is like paramount to just like leaving the left tackle with no chip help against the best DN in the NFL. He's like, yeah, we're going to run hot protection. We're going to run 30-yard routes, and good job. I mean, good luck in protection over there. Better hold up.
We're counting on
big bucks for.
We're counting on you.
Julius Peppers over there just running fucking shit.
There's nothing worse than when they know they got you singled up.
Oh my God, that was like my second year, my first year as a starter when they had me on Albert Haynesworth in his contract year in Tennessee. So this dude was like, he had took Adderall before the game. He was geeked up, and I was hurt, and I had they put a knee brace on me because I had sprained my MCL, bone bruise in the second quarter. I came out the game, came back in like right after halftime because our starting left guard tore his ACL at the like 8 plays into the drive, and and they're like, "Ooch, you gotta go in and you gotta slide over and play left guard." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I got a sprained knee." They're like, "Hey, don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger." I'm like, "You son of a bitch." Oh man, but they got burnt. Now at the end of the day, they ended up winning the game by 3. Luckily, because of their kicker got it done. But I expected Alabama to pull it out, but they ended up winning. And now, to make matters even more ridiculous, Alabama goes from number 1 to number 5 after losing to an unranked team. Like, that don't make no sense.
Hey, man.
That don't make no sense at all.
They've been putting money in the bank for 10 years now.
Come on, man. Let's think about this. When Clemson lost, who did they lose to? They lost to some unranked bums, too.
They lost 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, but the first loss they lost, they dropped out the top. They dropped out the top 10. They went to like number 12. And they were number 1 or number 2. They were number 2. And now, but see, that's how they do Alabama. They give Alabama the benefit of the doubt just because, which is bullshit to me because they lost to a team that is not even close to being ranked in the top 25. Texas A&M is not in the top 25.
Them and Notre Dame always don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Notre Dame, too. I hate those motherfuckers. Fuck Notre Dame.
They basically got to lose.
They're our rival.
They're going to have to lose like 4 games.
Well, look who it is. Eugene Monroe.
Oh,
Gene. Shit. $9.99. He says, Dave, look out! The lookout block.
Hey,
I think some of y'all don't know what the lookout block is. The lookout block is when, I mean, you know what the lookout block is. The lookout block is when I had one of these one times and I literally was like, throw the ball! The lookout block is when you think you got a good pass set up and you shoot them hands and this motherfucker it's like you didn't even touch him. He just, and it's gone. And you like, throw the ball! You just looking behind you like, oh my God!
Oh, that's the shittiest feeling.
And you just be like, throw the ball now.
Do anything.
And Dave Garrard used to tell us, he'd be like, hey now, if you get that shit, you better say something. Don't leave me hanging. You better say something.
Don't keep it, don't see
and I'll never forget it because when this cat, I can't remember what game it was. I just remember, I think it was against the Giants. We were playing in New York, and I think it was Justin Tuck or Al, what's his name? Al Horford or some shit like that. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them hit me with I had been like kind of handling them the whole time, so I kind of relaxed a little bit, and I just put this little lazy punch out there. And he hit me with such a quick, he hurt my wrist the way he hit me with the quick swipe move. I say, God damn. And I just turned my face and all I saw was Dave standing there like this. And he don't see this cat running. And this cat, and you know when they get by you, they start picking up speed. They start they going for his ass. You know what I'm saying?
He run a 4.9.
All of a sudden he running a 4.5.
Oh,
and I'm seeing, and I can see into Dave's face mask. I see his face. He don't see this motherfucker. I'm like, throw it! And he took off running. As soon as he heard that, he just ran. He started running. I said, oh, thank God. Thank God he heard. He said, yeah, I heard you. I said, yeah, buddy. But that's my old teammate Eugene there. Appreciate that super chat, Eugene, $9.99. We got Mexican Iron Man for $10. He says, 2 professional athletes talking sports. I really enjoy these shows where you two slice and dice the games with entertaining analysis. And F Notre Dame. You damn right. You damn right. Appreciate that, Mexican Iron Man. Then we got Terminal Sports. Terminal Sports says, oh, I thought the lookout block was a blocker that rooted for the Chattanooga Lookouts. Go Lookouts. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that was wild.
Oh, I didn't mean Al Horford. I meant Jay Alford. That's who I was thinking of. His name was Jay Alford. He played D tackle at Penn State, and then I played him at Penn when he was at Penn State, and then I played him again when he was with the Giants.
Man, we got fact checkers out here.
Sure do. Hey, he came back quick with it too. He's like, Al Horford? Al Horford? Excuse me, he's an NBA player, sir. All right, motherfucker. Okay.
We got too.
Now, kind of moving up from college, and really, I want to talk about this before we even get into like the NFL. How about this dang Fury Wilder fight, though? A couple of my teammates, we were talking on we're texting on the phone because we got like a group chat. I don't know why Eugene's not in the group chat. He was usually in it, but we have like a group text, and we're talking about Wilder and Fury, and we're like, Wilder and Fury is the equivalent of an offensive lineman running 9-on-7 drill or running the whatchamacallit drill, Ohio, what is it? Oklahoma drill for just running it continuously. An in shape offensive lineman by the time you get late into the game or fourth quarter time or whatever you want to call it, that old lineman is going to body that linebacker every time.
Yeah.
Because we lean on you. We'll lean on you. And that's what
300 pounds.
Yeah, I'll add you. I'll add you, Gene. I'll add you. Because these motherfuckers is hey, these motherfuckers are wilding in there too. They wilding in there right now on the text messages. But I'll add you. Yeah, Tyson Fury was like an offensive tackle going up against a linebacker. Because,
yeah,
I mean, what?
Wilder's 230, 235.
Yeah, he's like 238.
And they're both very tall, or extremely tall, I should say.
So yeah, he's like 6'7", 238, and Fury was 6'9", 277.
Yeah, 6'7", 240 is still pretty wiry. You don't want a big ass dude leaning on you, for
like he's actually still lighter than linebackers at 247. Exactly. He's still lighter than linebackers are like usually like 6. A good linebacker, like perfect, like a prototypical linebacker, let's say like 6, like maybe like 6'1", 6'2", like 240, 250.
Right.
A really like I guess like a Julius Peppers style linebacker would be like 6'4", 6'5", 255, but they're even bigger than Wilder would have been.
Right.
And
his legs must have been on fire by the end of that damn fight.
Oh, dude. And he doesn't, those guys, they don't lift. I mean, he gained like some weight, right? But his legs still look like sticks.
Yeah, you see them.
I'm like, bro,
working out like 135. I'm like, how are these dudes?
Did you see the video of him lifting?
Yeah, I'm like, this looks like a high school kid.
He did like a 350 bench max, and I mean, these motherfuckers were lifting the whole thing for him. The cats who were spotting him, he was shaking. I'm like, damn, bro.
And Lord knows I don't want the motherfucker to hit me, but 350 ain't that much.
Hey, for real. Hey, while we over here talking, I'll be damned if I let that motherfucker hit me in the face. Shit. I mean, you seen when he hit Fury, man, he made Fury whole. Let me see if I can find that clip. He made Fury's whole damn body just ripple in pain. Shit.
Yeah, he got that shit mastered. So wherever you are, sir, if you ever hear this, please do not hit me.
I mean, bro, they showed it in slow motion. He hit this dude in the face, and this cat, like you could see the ripple of the kinetic force go through the side of his face, through his shoulder, and come out his love handles. It was like, holy shit.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you'd have seen me boo-boo myself, pretty much.
I would have shot that motherfucker after that. I'd have been like, hell no. I'm about to go get my gun. I'm about to go get my gun because this shit is not going down like this. You're not finna do this to me. Let me see here. Oh, this is some, hold on. I'll pull it up real quick.
I'm surprised I got it for consumption this quick.
I mean, I can only show probably like 3 seconds before these motherfuckers just hit me with a damn
cease and desist.
Hit me with a damn whatchamacallit, copyright claim immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I paid no money.
Oh, here it is. This is perfect. Man, can you imagine if a motherfucker hit you like this? I would be so shitty. Hold on. I would be so fucking pissed. If once I woke up, I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot him. I got to. Look what he did to me. My face ain't supposed to look like this no more. Let me turn the volume down on this shit. Look what this motherfucker did to this guy. And I mean, and he got up from this.
Yeah, he got up from a few of them.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, you sons of bitches.
Oh, this is straight from Russia.
They put the old commercial on? Oh, my God. This is the most straight from Russia bullshit.
Oh my God.
Ooh, there it is. Yep, that was it.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at his side. Holy, look at his side.
I mean, I think I probably got to sue you.
Ripple?
I got to sue you.
Like, bruh, we are not friends anymore.
How much they made off this fight?
And then he just rabbit punched him in the back of the head. I was like, you son of a bitch.
To his credit, that bitch kept getting up.
Oh, my goodness. C-Mad, we got a $5 super chat for C-Mad. He says, when you get to talk NFL as a pro football player, what is your opinion on a 44-year-old QB still dominating in the NFL? To you, what is his biggest weakness? Oh, you must be talking about that son of a bitch Tom Brady. Fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. Tom Brady is good because he's with the most talented squad in the NFL. Head from top to bottom, one of the I won't say the most talented squad, but one of the top 3 most talented squads, one of the deepest squads in the league. It was a good decision. He made the right decision picking to go to Tampa Bay. And because it fits for what he wants to do. He has talent. I mean, he's got top tier talent at damn near every offensive position. Their offensive line, gold. Their running back, they've got plenty that are good. Receivers, I mean, come on, man. They got Antonio Brown. They got what's his name? Godwin. They got Mike Evans. Come on, man. I mean, you can't cover all of them. You can't. They got Gronkowski at tight end.
And
you can't cover all these people. You just cannot cover them.
It's pretty good. Brady. Even he's good. Cameron Brate.
Yeah.
Other tight end.
Yeah. Everybody they got is good. There's literally like no downside to being there. Like they brought their entire squad back from the Super Bowl championship. Like that entire team is back. Now, do I think they're going to win it this year? No, I don't think they're going to win it this year. I think it's going to be, honestly, after watching last night, Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to win the Super Bowl. Buffalo, the Rams. Buffalo and the Rams are going to be or the 2 teams that I look at and I think, yeah, they can do it. The Rams, even though they lost, I think they lost their last game, was it? Yeah. They lost to Arizona. But I don't buy Arizona until they get to the playoffs. Then I buy Arizona. I don't buy them right now. I don't care if they're undefeated. I don't buy it.
They've been here before or similar.
If you put Arizona against Buffalo, Buffalo wins. I know that much.
They've had hot starts.
Buffalo is – say what?
So I think Arizona's had some hot starts before recently. And,
it's last year.
Not made the playoffs.
Last year.
So take that.
Last year they had a great start. And the same thing happened. I mean, they got to a point where it became, now you're playing your divisional rivals to take control of the division, and they fell off. Now, I'm not saying the same thing's going to happen this year, but it's not until they get past that hurdle again, until they can control the division itself. I'm not buying it because there's just too many things that they've shown can go wrong with them before they get to that level. But just kind of wrap up on Wilder Fury. I really did. I knew Fury was going to beat his ass. I always thought Fury was going to beat him first, second, and third fights because Fury's a boxer. I mean, the one thing and I was lucky that I got to box with professional boxers for about 2 years after I retired. Like we did ring work, we sparred once a week, but I trained with them 3 times a week. And I mean, dude, I was in the best shape of my life. I was like just under 300 pounds. And, it was all gravy. And we're old linemen. So we already kind of have the hands for boxing because that's kind of what we do. Like we do those kind of drills anyways. And, the whole premise as a lineman is to kind of punch motherfuckers. So
keep them away from me.
Yeah, keep them away from me. So, I mean, and I'm a huge boxing fan. Like, I grew up watching, my favorite boxer of all time is Lennox Lewis. Like, I grew up loving HBO boxing. I would watch any boxing whenever I saw it come on. So I already kind of had a little bit of a generic boxing acumen as to how to, like, box. But I got taught how to box by a professional trainer, taught about the angles, taught about, distancing, all these things that I knew about but never really got a chance to actually do. I got to do them, and I saw how good I was going up against pros who were like kind of my size. Like they were all 6'3", 6'4". One of them was like 285. The other ones were like 260, 255. And I mean, I rarely got hit. in the face. Rare, and we trim. Look, you know how it is. You say, okay, we going. It's sparring tempo, half speed. But by about the first hard punch means no. Now we fighting, motherfucker. So
hey, trying to embarrass me on TV, nigga? What's wrong with you?
I mean, this is just like in a ring, in a boxing ring, in a big ass workout center. So
I stand your bitch ass.
I seen one. I mean, it could be like the old lady in the office just takes a peek. If I get hit and she see that, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm like, oh hell no. So it would quickly always turn into, these would go from sparring matches to boxing matches. So the most I ever did was 9 rounds. And oh my God.
Yeah, okay.
Dude. 9 rounds of boxing. I mean, that was the most I could do, because we got to like, I'll never forget, we were like the last 10 seconds. I remember when that bell, the 10-second bell went. And I was fucking this cat up, but I was like, my arms, I couldn't even feel my arms no more. But I was just, I had him in the corner, jab, then smashing on his body. I was trying to break his shit.
Right.
And our coach is like, he's like yelling. His name was Lincoln Bugs, and I call him Lincoln. I just said, Link. And Link was like, Ouch, 10 seconds, baby. Come on now. Work. And I'm swinging and I ain't even breathing. And I'm like, I'm about to pass out. I was like, these cats are real warriors to get in that ring and do this shit for 12 rounds, because 9 rounds of it. And I was like, I felt like I was the shit because I did 9 rounds. I was like, but even at the end of that 9 rounds, I took a knee. I took a knee in the ring, and all he had to do, and because I was barraging him with punches, he was on the defense. But if he would have caught me with one clean straight, he would have knocked me the fuck out, because I wasn't even breathing when I was swinging in the last 10 seconds. I was not even breathing, bro. I was literally like, I might just go out right now and just go onto the dang canvas, because I'm so tired and I'm so winded now from this little, trying to show off, trying to show out for the coach. Right. Shit, all he got to do is hit me with a strong jab, nigga, and I will go down. I will go down, just collapse in a heap. He's out.
I'm just tired. Nothing to be strong.
But it was I love boxing, so to watch that fight and to see these two guys, I always knew that Fury had that boxing, like he had that boxing pedigree in him. Wilder is a freaking, he got that bomb on his shoulder. He literally got that bomb, and that's what carried him to that day. But he wasn't able to pull it out, and I want a little bit of money.
I ain't mad at you. That's what it's there for.
For real. All right, let's look back at some of these games from the NFL's past week. And there are definitely some notable ones. One being the Green Bay Cincinnati game. Green Bay and Cincinnati, that game right there, a weird one in that these guys go to overtime off of missed field goals.
Right.
Missed field goals from Crosby and I forget what the name of the kicker from Cincinnati was, but this was one of the most bizarre football games I've ever seen when it came to that, to just ending the game. Is there a way to end this? Because at a certain point, I was like, this shit is going to go on forever.
You can just play
These
rock,
cats are going to just end up tied.
Right. Let's just do something else.
Yeah, like they kept missing field goals. Like they literally missed 5 field goals in a row before the game came to an end off a Crosby field goal, which they had to get it so close that it was like, motherfucker, listen.
Just tap it in.
Just kick it straight. You don't even have to just kick it.
I don't need much distance at all.
But no, if you miss this one, you're going to have to drive back to fucking Green Bay.
You're going to have to try out tonight.
I'm sure Tom Grassi was losing his damn mind. I'm sure he was. Because that shit, I mean, I really thought that Cincinnati was going to win it once. I thought Cincinnati was going to win. The field goal that missed, they go into overtime. Cincinnati wins the overtime coin toss. I'm thinking to myself, this is over because Green Bay's defense ain't going to just shut them down. First play of overtime, Joe Burrow throws an interception. And I'm like, okay, now this is definitely over.
Right.
Then they miss a field goal. Then Cincinnati gets it. Then they miss a field goal. Then Green Bay gets it. Then they miss a field goal. Then Cincinnati gets it. Then they miss a field goal. And then Green Bay finally hits one to win the game. It was like, motherfucker, we almost out of time. It's about to be a tie.
Right.
They got the 2-minute warning of during the overtime period and everything. I'm like, bruh, y'all got to come through with it.
I didn't realize we
got to come
this.
through with it. But I think that was the most drama-filled game. And then obviously last night you had Buffalo whooping the Chiefs, which nobody really thought. I mean, beat the Chiefs one thing, but they whooped the Chiefs.
Right.
That's different. That was a little bit different. And Josh Allen, I mean, that cat he's I think he's the front runner for the MVP race right now. I think he's the MVP right now. He is. For this week, he's the MVP of the league. Because that cat balled out. He balled out really well. Your boys in Atlanta, they got the win.
Across the pond.
Well, they got the win in London.
Foggy London town.
London town. They beat the Jets 27-20.
8:30 start Eastern time.
Yeah, that start was nasty. I'm like, yeah. I bet nobody watched it. But the Jets, I mean, the Jets are I mean, they still suck. They still suck. Atlanta, Atlanta's in a rebuild mode, I think, but I think they're trying to hold on to try and salvage, trying to salvage and keep a respectable record. I mean, right now, what are they like? What?
I think
they're 2-3 right now.
2-3. This is week 6.
They were favored by 2.5 to win this one. So shoot,
be the team
biggie there. They did what they were supposed to do. They won the game. That's all you can ask. Matt Ryan, he knows this is last year. I heard he don't even want to be there no more. You got any insight on that?
I do not. Zero, but I know he always putting up numbers. So.
Yeah, I mean, I always told people.
Shit.
Hey, I always told people, that cat is a good quarterback. You don't know that you got a good quarterback until you ain't got a quarterback no more. So you ain't got a good quarterback no more.
Right.
So people complain about Matt Ryan. Yes, he's lost a little bit this season, but I mean, you're going to lose a little bit he's been doing it, like 15 years now?
It's just 14 for him, I think. Yeah, 14 years.
Dude's been doing it, bro. Like, he's still better than your backup. You ain't going to put your backup in over his ass. Shit.
Yeah, he's better than anybody y'all finna find anytime soon.
He's better than I argue he's better than the Saints quarterbacks.
I don't know who's in the draft next year at quarterback. I'm willing to bet he's better than them.
Yeah. I mean, the dude's got pedigree, man. And like I said, we used to come practice y'all in the training camp, and I would just be standing there watching him shred our defense. I'm like, this guy's just over throwing lasers around the field.
Crazy. Man, that guy.
I was like, damn, he's got nice release.
Yeah. So that ain't the problem.
I mean, he's good, man. He's good. He's been good. Let's see what other games were interesting. Oh, Minnesota beats Detroit on another heartbreak last-second field goal for Detroit. Dan Campbell, the head coach for the Lions, teared up in the post-game press conference. I ain't mad at him. Shoot, that's got to be infuriating because those guys are, I feel like Detroit should have had at least one win. They got robbed by the Baltimore Ravens.
That's what I said. I feel like they've done a couple close calls. I ain't gonna lie.
I think every game, dude.
Every game. All I saw of this one was Dan Campbell after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
I can play for a guy like that. I could get down.
Huh?
I could play for a guy like that. Is that
I mean, that motherfucker was making them do up downs before practice, bro.
That part.
He played for a motherfucker.
No. I'm just talking about the action he had after the game. The up downs and biting motherfuckers' ankles.
Yeah, the crying because he understands he understands how hard his team's been playing and how hard they've been working. Yeah, I dig that. I could play for somebody like that who wears their emotion out there like that. But motherfucker, you made them do up downs before practice. I can't play for you. I can't do that. This is not high school. This is not college. You're not gonna make me do up downs and then expect me to have a sharp, polished practice. Because up downs ruin you when it comes to being able to function afterwards.
So I could do this, or I can practice, but not both.
But I can't do both. You should pick one.
That's not gonna happen.
You should pick one because I'm not gonna do both of them. But I mean, they had the last second loss to Baltimore. They had a close game with Chicago. And then another last second loss to Minnesota. I mean, the only two games, 2 of their 5 games weren't close. Well, actually, they lost by 1 score to San Francisco. So I mean, they've pretty much been getting beat by 1 score every game. That's rough.
Right.
That is rough. So shout out to Detroit. They actually are in a better position than the fucking Jaguars are. That's for goddamn sure. They both ain't won a game yet, but the Jaguars are way worse. Way worse. Jaguars get their head kicked the fuck in by the Tennessee Titans, 37-19.
That might be just what Tennessee needed. They hadn't been playing.
Oh, bro. Come on, man. We all knew it was going to be the bounce back. They was going to be that rebound ass for Tennessee. I got that some rebound ass. They had a breakup the week before, unexpected breakup, and they got a rebound on some nice, cheap, easy ass from damn Jacksonville. Shit, the hell you talking about? These motherfuckers. And this is what, I actually know the cat that runs this website, bigcatcountry.com. Me and him have been cool from back in the day, from when I was in Jacksonville, and I only put this up here because this motherfucker cracked me up. He had already put up a website, put up a page, an update that the Jaguars had lost to the Tennessee Titans halfway through the third quarter.
Shit.
That's how bad it's gotten. Is that he put up the updated page saying the Jaguars lose to the Titans for their 5th loss in a row, 20th loss since last season, tying an NFL record.
Losing streak in history? Something like
Their
that?
second longest losing streak in history right now. And we were literally with 6 or 7 minutes left in the third quarter. And it was live, on his website. But just to speak a little bit more to what is going on in Jacksonville, and I'm not going to read the article, but I am going to talk about the situation itself because I honestly believe that this Jaguars team does have a certain amount of talent. They just have absolutely dog shit coaching. And I say that because if you keep up with the Jaguars at all, then you would have noticed that this was something that was said by Urban Meyer that just does not make any fucking sense at all. It appears no one knows if quarterback sneak is in the team's toolbox. Urban Meyer came out and basically said that they didn't think about running a QB sneak on 4th and goal from the inch-yard line because he did not feel like Trevor Lawrence was comfortable enough to run a QB sneak because he'd never done it before in college. This is what he said. Hyde was unable to score, but the possibility of handing the football off to Robinson wasn't ever an option, and neither was a quarterback sneak, at least according to Meyer. And the quarterback sneak, he's not quite comfortable with that yet, Meyer said in postgame referencing to Lawrence. We've been practicing that. I know that might sound silly. Yes, it sounds stupid.
Damn right. It sounds silly.
It sounds really stupid. He said, I know that might sound silly, but when you've never done it It's something that we need to continue to make that so you can make that call in that critical situation. You dumb motherfucker. That is exactly why you should have run it. Because you've been practicing it since fucking OTAs. Are you but it gets worse. It gets worse.
I don't believe this.
Bro, you can't even make this shit up.
This has got to be like a movie or something.
Like, man. I couldn't make Any Given Sunday was a great football movie. That was made up. This shit is real life.
Right.
Without getting into the nature of the game of football and practicing a quarterback sneak 5 weeks into the regular season, Lawrence's answer to the question of whether or not he was comfortable with sneaking the ball in made what Myers said that much more concerning.
Oh, wow.
No, I feel comfortable.
Oh, no.
Lawrence said in post-game when asked if he was comfortable running a sneak.
No, they didn't get
Your
this
head
story
coach
straight.
Literally said, "Oh no! He's not comfortable running that right now. We can't do that. We can't do that." And then he comes up to the podium.
Hey, come over here.
All right, so when he asks for this, make sure you tell him you're not fucking comfortable. You're gonna make me look like an asshole, okay?
This is crazy.
Okay, cool, coach. So Trevor, are you comfortable running QB sneak? Yes.
It's my favorite play.
We've worked on it all off season. Totally comfortable. He said, "No, I feel comfortable," Lawrence said in the postgame when asked if he was comfortable running a sneak. Obviously, I haven't ran it before. He said, "Obviously, I haven't really ran it before in a game, but I feel comfortable. It's something we've worked. We trust our guys up front. We trust our backs in that situation. Obviously, I'd love to get in there. But if we make the play, it's like no one says anything. But it's a TFL, and that doesn't look good. That doesn't look great, obviously." So you have directly contradicting statements from the head coach and the quarterback of the Jaguars. Like, this shit don't make no fucking sense.
No, this is too good.
Like,
this is
how
too good.
could you literally? Urban Meyer just be lying. He just be lying. He be making stuff up. He don't know what's going on. But wait,
why lie about this?
It gets worse because not only that, Meyer passes the buck, doesn't want to micromanage player usage. Now, this comes up because the Jaguars, to this day, seem to forget that they have a second-year running back who was an undrafted rookie who had 1,300 yards rushing last season. They went ahead and drafted a running back anyways in the first round who's now hurt and done for the season, so his first-round pick was an absolute waste. And it wasn't even the player that he wanted to pick because he wanted to pick a guy from Florida because he coached at Florida, and that guy wasn't there. So he actually admitted he didn't even want the guy that we picked. So you look even dumber. But he passes the buck because as a head coach, he's not supposed to know whether or not your best running back is in the game on 4th and 1 because he doesn't micromanage the team. He doesn't micromanage as, the head coach. What do you do if you don't do that? What is your job here?
What would you say you do here?
Says there's no need to rehash the same situation listed above, but Hyde's usage during the team's final sustained drive of the contest was another perplexing decision by the Jaguars. That apparently isn't a decision the head coach of the football team can make. And something he says he should have made, but simply doesn't want to micromanage his coaches. Like, what does that fucking mean? What do you mean?
He's just here to watch the game like me and you.
I'm just here to boom, exactly. Boom. I'm just here to watch the game, guys.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I don't know what they're doing. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
We got to call these plays? Motherfucker, we're 0-5. I ain't calling shit.
You know what I mean? Like, the camera panned over to him after that fucking play went for like negative 14 yards. And he's just like bent over with his hands on his knees, just staring like, Damn, that didn't work. Who called that play?
Wow.
But this is the thing. And, this is really the crux of the issue with the Jaguars. It's that you have a coach who doesn't even understand professional football in any way. He doesn't understand. I don't think he understands necessarily football. I don't think he really is a true to heart football coach. I just don't believe it. Why don't I believe it? I don't believe it because a true to heart football coach knows what his team is doing. He knows what the objective is on the offense and the defense. And when he sees that there needs to be an interjection to give us the best opportunity, he will do that. Jack Del Rio, Gus Bradley, even, who wasn't even really a head coach. Gus Bradley. I mean, Mike Mularkey, as much as I hate him, he knew on 4th and 1, Maurice Jones-Drew needs to be in the fucking game if we're running the ball. Point blank, period. And there ain't nothing else to it. Unless he's hurt, he's going to be in the fucking game.
The simplest play.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is just knowing, like, who your strengths are. But Carlos Hyde, who, let's pay attention to this, played for fucking Urban Meyer at Ohio State University. He was the guy to get the ball, the Ohio State guy.
Oof.
So I'm not even sure I can believe that he didn't know that they put Carlos Hyde in the game.
Wow.
I think he chose to put Carlos Hyde in the game. This is a guy who does not get it. He doesn't get it, and he shouldn't be the head coach of the Jaguars. Point blank, period. He should not be the Jaguars' head coach.
I mean, you're lucky he didn't get Tebow on the team. He had a damn sure gave it to him.
I mean, look, I guarantee you if Shad Khan had not been like, look, Urban, look, man, get rid of that Tebow. We don't need him here. I'm sure if Shad Khan had not told him or they had not pressured him to get the fuck this guy out of here, that he probably would have kept Tebow. Because he seems like he's the guy who does that. He's the guy who is going to put you on because you were with him at some point. Hey, that's the good old boys club right there in full view for you. Guys who deserve a chance don't get a chance because of the guys who just know the person better, which, that is a microcosm of somewhat how society works. But in the competitive nature that the NFL is, you can't afford to do that for everybody, especially when you know they're not worthy of it. A guy who hadn't played football in damn near a decade, who hadn't been a starter, who hadn't even been in the sport for 6 years. He never played that position? Come on, man. That's too much. You're doing too much. So, again, the Jaguars are in a worse situation now than they were at 1-15. They're in a worse situation right now than they were then. And that is saying that's impressive. That takes a lot of work to actually make it worse, to actually make the situation that much worse. So I just don't believe that this guy was the right call. I said it from day one. And I think that, if they're smart, they'll cut their losses out. If he loses in London, they're going to have a bye week right after that game. They should fire his ass after that game. If he loses in London, they should fire. I mean, they're playing against Miami. If they can't beat Miami, they're not winning the game this season. If they can't beat Miami, the Dolphins, in London, a team that doesn't have their starting quarterback, a team that is riddled with injuries, that has been a total disappointment on the season. I don't know if we thought that Jaguars were going to win a lot, but we damn sure didn't think they were going to lose this badly all the time. I think that if he does not beat the Dolphins, then they should fire him because there's no point. Your team at week 6, your team's not getting no better.
You can go ahead.
You might get a little bit better, but you're not going to get better enough you're not going to improve enough to where you're actually you can see that there's steps being taken that are going to lift you for the next season. This is not going to happen.
Send him straight to LA.
You know where he going. As soon as he hop off that plane, he going straight to LA, South Side.
Matter of fact, we might get you your own plane.
You know what I mean? They're gonna pick him up in the USC plane. Like, come on, baby, we got you, baby, we got you.
We'll take it.
We'll take him. Shoot, I mean, I don't even know that a damn college would wanna. I mean, after the shit he pulled, bro, like he's toxic. He's toxic to football programs right now. He is.
Yeah, he had a good thing going in the booth.
You know what I mean? Hey, that was the easiest life you could have had. Why you even come back to this shit if you know that you wasn't ready for it? But let's see here. Ooh, what other game we had? Carolina lost to Philly. That was weird. The LA Chargers. The Chargers are another team that is just booming right now. Them and Buffalo are booming. Justin Herbert, superstar. Cowboys beat the ever-loving shit out of the Giants, and the Giants entire starting 22 are on IR or got carted off the field on Sunday. Like they are literally in their second deep at every position. Yeah, it was ugly for those boys.
That shit was
that was a stinker.
That's tough to watch.
My God. That one was tough. Saquon Barkley, ankle injury.
Yep.
I feel bad for Saquon, man. Because that dude should be a perennial all-pro running back. He should be probably the best. It should be him and Derrick Henry at 1 and 2, interchangeable. And it looked like it was going to be that kind of thing until he blew that knee out. And, once you blow that knee out, you're susceptible. So now he's got an ankle injury. You know what I mean? It's just like things are starting to snowball on him. I feel bad for the kid, man. I really do.
Same.
I really do.
Right before his 5th-year option's up too. Or comes,
I mean, look, I don't think that his career is by any stretch of the imagination I don't think he's gonna take a hit in regards to the level of respect that he has amongst players and coaches. I just think that once he gets healthy and he's fully healthy, he needs to get the fuck out of New York. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get out of New York because, look, they're just not moving. They're not moving. They're not moving anywhere right now. They keep moving just laterally, but never up. And right when you thought that they would have, this season was supposed to be a season. It was supposed to be the season when they actually, they got everybody back. Things were going to be, they're going to have healthy players at least. And motherfuckers is right back to the freaking IR room. They're right back in the whirlpool. Getting iced down.
You too? Yeah, motherfucker.
Getting ready for surgery again. Oh, shit.
Like, what are y'all doing?
The Cowboys look good.
Ooh.
Cowboys look good, man. And I fucking hate saying that because I fucking hate the Cowboys.
That's my shit right
I'm
there.
from Dallas, but I hate these cats with a passion.
Ooh. It's going to be a long year for you then.
Oh, God. I just don't pay attention to any of their games. I just don't pay attention to the scores. Nothing. I'm just like, you know what? They make it to the Super Bowl.
Yesterday.
I'll see them when they make it to the Super Bowl, and I'll be really pissed. But
yesterday.
I don't think they're making it to the Super Bowl because they're gonna have to go through. They have to go through Tampa Bay. Everybody in the NFC is gonna have to go through Tampa Bay.
You got a tough road.
The only thing you can do is hope that Tampa Bay fucks off a game and loses in the playoffs early. But I mean, I can't picture Tom Brady doing that. Not at all.
There's a few teams that they got to get through. I mean, them, Rams,
yeah,
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Always Green Bay. So they got
Las Vegas is showing us that they're bums for real. They're not. They just pretending. They're not really good.
In a major way.
You know what I mean? They came back to earth. Chicago, I'll hold out I'll hold out on them because they won 20-9, but Las Vegas is not a great team. Even though their record said that they were 3-1 at the time, they're not a team to be really pumping your fists about beating them.
Well, I guess I would take something out of Justin Fields getting a win, in an actual start.
That is true.
Justin Fields build around that. It wasn't pretty.
Despite the coaching staff he has, he got a win. So I cannot be mad at that. I'm a fan of Justin Fields, even though I don't agree that he should be starting right now, just because of the fact that he's actually going to have to be playing against not only the defense, but against his own coaching staff and their inability and ineptitude in calling and managing the game. Especially after that first start that he had, I was just like, you know what? Put him on the shelf. Tank the year, get a great draft pick, and just, get a new coaching staff so that he has like a fresh slate, because you can really ruin a young quarterback if you don't take care of them, if you don't give them the proper like respect and building a team to suit their strengths. You're going to get them hurt, and you're going to demoralize them and break their spirit, and then they're useless. I mean,
they kept on trotting them out the same way they did that first week.
You know what I mean? It would have been ugly, dude. It would have been so bad. It'd have been like, yo, this cat's gonna hate football by the end of this year. He's gonna hit that college. Remember that your rookie year, you hit that college wall. You kind of hit that wall by like week 8 because you think you're about to go. You think it's about time for a bowl game?
we got another one this week,
dude. I'm telling you, I was looking at my damn binder. I'm looking at my binder. It's got the schedule on, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, God damn. We only week 9. Oh God!
At what point do we go home? I don't see you home on here.
I'm like, do we get to we get like a break? They say Rook. Oh, you don't even know. We still got 10 more weeks. I'm like, bruh, y'all realize I'm like getting depressed now, right? Like my elbows hurt every day, my ankles hurt, and I ain't even playing and all. I'm not even playing. I'm just practice with y'all. Like, man, I can't do this. I was like on the edge of my rookie year. I was like, I cannot do this shit. I don't know how y'all do this. I don't know how y'all do this. How do y'all play 17 weeks? It was rough. But then, once you become a starter, that's just, it's like, it's nothing once you become a starter. You'd be like, shit, I'm good. Because then you get more time off when you're not when you're not playing. You get little, you take less reps in practice that are, less unnecessary reps, As a rookie, I'm over here doing like 2 reps with the offense, then do all the reps on fucking scout team.
Right.
Offense and defense. I'm over here rushing our offense from defensive end on scout team. Like,
right, throw your ass in the damn special team. Yeah, you can be the wedge.
Scout team. I'm like, what the fuck?
I've never done this in my life. Yeah, you could be the wedge. No big deal.
Yeah, we're going to need you here at the wedge. You're going to be the L5. You're going to be the L5. You're going to run 30 yards back. Showing you the little chart above it, holding it up above the huddle. Tell everybody what to do.
By the time I get there, the tackle's been made.
You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, they're gonna beat me to the return spot. They faster than me. These linebackers. I mean, come on.
Y'all need to give me like a 20-yard head start.
That shit used to blow my mind because I'd be like, man, like, but you really do got to give a look on that scout team. You got to give a look. They will know if you didn't. Hey, Ooch, just want to let you know that job you did on scout punt return was some bullshit last night. We saw it on film. It was some bullshit. You just hustle your ass. Like, motherfucker, I'm a guard. What you mean, hustle my ass? Where am I hustle to? Fuck out of here. You assistant. You freaking coach's assistant. You're not even a coach. You're an assistant. You print the freaking scout papers. What are you talking about? You're gonna get me fired here, Ooch. Let me lose my job. I got kids. I got kids in child support. Come on.
Yeah, that sounds like
that's your problem.
That's a you problem, boss. Should have pulled out. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what I mean? But see what else we got here. I mean, and we got tonight. We got Indianapolis at Baltimore. Whew. Them Colts about to get their asses dusted.
Ooh. Yeah,
so, it's crazy, man. The Colts used to be that team in the AFC South that we were all chasing when they had a guy by the name of Peyton fucking Manning. But I look at this game tonight and I say that for everything that we thought that Indianapolis's defense was going to be, they have not necessarily been that. They have not been the hawkish defense that they were predicted to be this year. And they're not the only team that had a defense that was predicted to be top tier. Washington football team was the same way. They were predicted to be a top tier defense. That defense ain't done shit all year. Shit, hell, the last time I had them on my fantasy team, they got me -4 points. So shit, I say, yeah, we're gonna have to let y'all go. We're gonna have to go in a different direction. But the Colts still have, pretty solid defensive line as far as pass rush goes. So again, when you're playing against the Baltimore Ravens, it always boils down to getting a pass rush on Lamar Jackson that is a kind of a constricting pass rush. You're not necessarily, you don't want to flush him out of the pocket, because when he gets out the pocket, he gone. He faster than everybody on the field.
Maintain.
You want to force him. You want to bottle him up in the pocket where he can move only a little bit, and then you get him down with a sack. But you have to be able to disrupt Baltimore's running game, and I just don't think Indianapolis has the kind of defense to go against the run that you need against a team like this. They never have. The Colts have always been a team that have been susceptible to the run because they've always been a bit of an undersized defense, and that doesn't change here. On offense, they don't have a quarterback. Pretty much, that's what it pretty much boils down to that. They ain't got no quarterback.
Name of the game right now. Game without one of those.
Yeah, they don't got a quarterback. They don't got a fucking an all-pro right guard that they had at one point. I think he's still out. Quentin Nelson, I think he's still out.
I believe so.
But I do believe that that this will be a game for Baltimore to win. This will be Baltimore's game. I'm not sure by how much. I would at least say 10 points. But AFC South just is not a strong division this year. Not a strong division. Tennessee is the class of the division, and they've been sputtering. We expected way more out of Tennessee this year. And they've been sputtering like a damn, like they got some 87 octane gas in they tank. And they not on premium no more. Shit, they trying to make it to the next week. Shoot, but they sure came in and gave our ass a old beat down. But what do you think about this game, man?
I always love to see winners win. I want to see Lamar go crazy tonight. One of them, maybe like 400 yards of total offense. Do something. You come to expect from only you. No one else in the league can do it. I want to see that type of performance. What I really want to see from them is have that type of performance in the playoffs, but we can't do that for another 3 months. For now,
and it's funny because,
but I feel like they do that.
They need a little redemption in their playoff game. Baltimore, they need some redemption.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been ugly at times in their last few playoff trips. Man, I know they finally got over the hump. Got the win. I think it was last year, but still, it hasn't been near, what a typical regular season performance has been for them. And I know people are, scheming better, playing against better competition, obviously, but you haven't really seen that signature game out of him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think we could very easily get one tomorrow night. It could be 300 in the air, 100 on the ground for all I know.
Yeah.
So something like that out of the Colts, make it competitive.
The Colts. I mean, again, I don't think that this is necessarily going to be competitive because of the lack of offensive firepower from the Colts over maybe their defense. But no, I think that Baltimore is, everything is built around Lamar Jackson, and I think that if he's having a good game, they usually win. I just think that he's regressed a little bit in his passing, but if he can pick it up, then that gives them a better chance, because I think that's where they lost out last season, because his passing game, when they bottled up their running game, he had to become a passer, and that was a much more difficult life for him to live, trying to be a passer on every down, because they're down 10 points, going against Tennessee and stuff like that. So we'll see how it plays out. But I think this game for them will be a nice tune-up to keep them rolling.
Yeah, Indy has to sell out early. Try to get some points on the board early, like you said. Make him a passer first. That's the only chance. Because if he's able to run out there and have his way like that, it's going to be a long damn night.
Yeah, buddy. No, I agree with you on that. So I think that's going to be, that's going to be it for this live stream. I think we've gone through most of the games. Oh, somebody said they wanted me to talk about Patriots in Houston. Well, Houston sucks, and the Patriots should have won. Houston sucks. We all know this, and they should have won. So, the fact that it was even came down to that is an indictment on Bill Belichick. How the fuck are you struggling with the fucking Texans? You know their situation.
Whew.
Whew.
That's hard. That's difficult. Tough pill to swallow.
Oh, yeah, that was rough. That one, if they would have lost that, if they would have lost to Houston, Belichick might be on the hot seat right now. Might be on the hot seat because it don't matter how many Super Bowls you got. There's a point where motherfucker wants to fire you. They're like, oh, hell no. We lost to Houston. See you in my office in the morning.
Stern tongue lashing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be it for us here on Lineman Life Live. I appreciate my guy, Justin Blaylock, coming in to help out once again, a regular on the stream. I do appreciate you guys. I'm about to actually hop over on the Sports Wars on their live stream here in a moment. But make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so, and subscribe to Uche Waneri. If you have not done so, this is your first time in the live stream, checking out one of my live streams, hit that subscribe button. And we'll be much appreciated. But until next time, we'll be back on Wednesday with our Tier Maker live stream with Urinating Tree and 5 Points videos. Make sure you have the notification bells hit for that. But until then, I will catch you all on the next one. Hope everyone has a wonderful Monday, and we will catch y'all on Wednesday. Peace.
Extreme.